just as experienced on the other side of the ball, and he can move and he can do all those things. So I think those two are really helping us out, and I know we're helping them out too. They're being able to see different looks, different body types between just guys on our side. So I think it's good for both.
Can you see them getting better going against those guys?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can tell. And one of the things that's really good about these guys, they're really coachable. You know, they do something wrong. If BK coaches them up, or if I see something and I say something to them, they're real quick to want to put that in action, you know, and see how that goes. And I think that also helps with our progress as we continue.
Do you guys do a lot of rechecking a film from last year, going back and watching? You know, I know the defense goes back and they watch a lot of film. Does the offense do that too?
Yeah, I would say so. And you know, I mean,
this time of year.
Yeah, personally, looking back and kind of seeing, you know, what could I have done better in this situation. Now having a year to kind of sit on it, because when you're in season, anything you can do, you can always do better.
Right.
But now taking a look at it a year later is kind of like, okay, well, I like what I did here. Maybe I should continue to work on this type of thing. So yeah, the offense definitely looks at old tape as well.
Yeah, I know you were talking about Germanique a little bit. Does he look at the film from Indiana, the one where CJ hit him in the back for a touchdown and kind of surprised him?
I'm actually not going to put that on Germanique. I'm gonna say,
okay.
Yeah, we're always taught to run for 20 before we look for the ball.
Okay.
And so he was trying to get to 20 yards. The ball came a little bit quicker. Now, obviously with some more experience, he's going to be able to know, okay, well, now is when I'm going to get the ball. So, you know, like I said, experience helps out a big time with him. And I don't think that'll happen again this year.
It was a weird play, but it turned out okay. You guys won the game.
True.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
How about Jay? What type of progress has he made? He was kind of the star of media day last year. Everybody expected him to explode, but he's battled injuries, and it's probably not easy to do what you guys do.
Oh, absolutely. But he had a fantastic spring. He's been working really hard in the summer, and I think that's something that he wanted to do to prove that he could come out and play with us, and he has. I mean, he's done great, and he's going to continue to progress the more he gets to learn, and experience is big too. You know, being able to come up with us and get those reps, I think that's priceless.
Is this receiver core a lot deeper than what people think?
I'd like to say that we've got a lot of guys that can make some plays. We only have one new guy coming in with Devontae, but everybody else has been here. And so I think experience, like I said, really plays a key role in that. So guys coming back and being able to do what they do, I think we're good.
How about Jonathan Parker? He had to transition from running back to wide receiver. Have you been able to see that he's maybe picked it up and is ready to go a little bit more?
Absolutely, and I think he's a year and a half now into the receiver, so he's getting it and he understands. There's some technique stuff, but all of us need to get better on techniques. It's not just him. So, but he's really progressed a lot, and I think he's continuing to grow as a receiver.
And Emmanuel, track guy. I've heard some incredible speed. I mean,
he can move, yeah.
What does he, bring? What element does he bring to the court?
Obviously, when you talk about speed, you talk about deep ball. He's good at that. But he's good at running routes and things like that. And it's just being able to get him more reps and being able to see what he can do against, Desmond, Greg, guys like that on a consistent basis. And I think that'll be good for him as we continue to move forward.
How about you? I mean, how do you feel you're better now than you were? I mean, I'm sure this thing has gone really quick. that you're already at the end almost.
I still feel like I just rolled up on campus, but first and foremost, I'm bigger than I was last year. I'm stronger than I was last year, and I think that's going to play a big role into how I play this year. But being able to get more chemistry with CJ, you can never have enough chemistry with the quarterback, and so the more that CJ and I work together, I feel more comfortable with what I'm doing out there because I know he knows where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be there.
With you and Riley being the upperclassmen, how much do you take these guys under your wing, so to speak, and try to teach them what you've learned from older guys?
Yeah, Riley and I do the same thing. Riley, he's been here, this is his 5th year now, right. So he's been here even longer than I have, so I even go to him for questions and ask him, well, what did you see there, and how can we fix this, problem that I had? And we do the same back and forth, but he and I really have definitely taken the younger guys underneath, and if they have questions or if we have questions, they can help us out too, because it's a different stage in their career where they might see something that we don't.
Jake Hillier was a guy who didn't get a lot of pub, but what do you guys need to do to replace what he did?
You got to find a gritty guy on the outside that's willing to go in and do the dirty work, and I think we got a lot of guys on the team that they're Iowa guys. They want to get a little contact and things like that, and I think I think we have a few guys that can mold into that Jacob Hillier type role.
Who?
I mean, I honestly think anybody in our receiving room could hop down and start blocking and do things like that. Because I mean, he made a few big plays like Indiana third down. He catches a cube and gets a first down before CJ dives in. So I mean, we've had a few big plays from him. And like I said, I mean, anybody in that room could do a Jacob Hilliard type role.
Do you feel like you guys are more interchangeable maybe than you've been in the past, where guys can move around a little bit more than maybe you've been able to do in the past?
I think we've made it a priority to be able to move, whether you're inside, outside, in and around. Young guys, I try to focus on one position so that they don't get too overwhelmed. But the older guys, it's like, okay, I've been here for 2, 3, 4, 5 years now.
Right.
You can put me anywhere on the field and we'll be good.
Thanks, man.